What is up, guys? This is Triple. Welcome back to another Fortnite tutorial. In today's video, we're going over Builder Pro, specifically what I did in 15 minutes to become an advanced builder with this layout. So basically, guys, if you don't know who I am, real quick, I basically do a bunch of Fortnite tutorials, and so if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you go and hit that sub button if you feel the need to do so. Why are you taking my trees, noob? Get out of here. Man, come on now. Guys, basically the tips that I'm giving on this channel are specific to me. They're the things that I find in the game personally. So you're not going to find basic, shotgun tips or something like that on this channel, right? I'm not going to be giving basic tips. These tips are things that I figured out by myself, and so I have extensive experience with, and so that gives me a right to basically share them with you. And so yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you hit the sub button. I would really appreciate it. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and give you some credibility clips. I'm going to show like 1 or 2 clips of me building in this game, and so that way you know that I do have the right to speak about this topic. I'm not just some guy that's bad at building and giving you tips. Alright, so here we go. So guys, here's some backstory. I was complete garbage when this layout came out, right? I was bad. I was really bad. In fact, I waited 2 weeks before even trying that layout, 2 weeks after it came out. And so basically, after those 2 weeks, I tried it, absolutely hated it, stopped using it after like 2 matches. Then another 2 weeks go by, people are telling me it's the new meta, man, you gotta try it, you have to do it, honestly. And so I was like, alright, I'll try it again. This time I changed my mindset, I changed one simple thing, and I'm able to master it in 15 minutes. So this is the thing, guys, there's this big complaint with Builder Pro. And that one complaint is that it's too many steps. So people are saying, or complaining, that you have to not only press B to get your mats out, then you have to press like RT, for example, to get the build preview, and then you can place it with the second RT trigger pull. So people don't like basically pressing the trigger twice. And if you think about it, there's no way around this. The only way to fix this is basically just to change your mindset, right? You don't need to be thinking this many steps. All you gotta think is one basic thing. So the big secret about Builder Pro is just to spam the trigger. That's all you have to do to be good at Builder Pro. Literally, you see a guy and you just start spamming walls. Like there's nothing like big and bad about it. Like that's it, you know. Ooh. Give me that 60. Get over here, noob. Yeah, so that's basically the big secret about it. It's just spam the trigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into, this is what I recommend you guys do as well, is go into whatever game mode offers the most amount of mats, the least amount of time. So right now that is the 50v50v2. And come on now, bro. Come on, man. You can do better than that. So yeah, go into the 50v50v2, whatever game mode gives you the most mats in the shortest amount of time, and we're going to basically go over exactly what I did in 15 minutes to match the layout. Alright, so here we are in the 50v50 game mode. I dropped in a really weird location. Usually, guys, what you want to do is isolate yourself in a corner. I would recommend Wailing Woods or Moisty or something like that, but because of the circle location, I recommend like not going too far away from the circle, because if you do, you're not going to have that much time to actually build and practice. So for me, I just landed here, it's safe, no one's gonna bother me. Real quick, I just want to reiterate, the tip that I gave y'all of spamming the trigger, this is a tip that I wish, like I genuinely wish someone would have told me this whenever I was trying to switch to Builder Pro, because this is what made me good at Builder Pro. I'm telling you right now, if you have not tried just spamming the trigger in Builder Pro, just do that. Like, you will become amazing at the layout. Like, it's actually surprising. It's simple, but it's surprising. So yeah, with that said, let's get into actually what I did to practice. So there's 3 buttons that I recommend knowing, or that you really need to know, otherwise you're not going to be good at the layout. So you press B, you get your mats out. You have RT for walls, LT for stairs, and RB for floors, slabs, whatever you want to call them. What I recommend is that you don't worry about the LB button. What some people have recommended is that you basically let me get this where you can actually see it. You basically set it to where the stair goes down. That way, whenever you're doing stairs, you can simply just go down like this rather than actually rotating your stair piece. That is a good tip. However, if you remember, the entire premise of this video is to minimize the amount of steps that you're thinking in your head. So by thinking 4 steps, 4 buttons, that is 4 steps. If you only think 3 buttons, it's 3 steps. So that's a lot easier in the mind, even though it seems really simple. It's just less steps. You're going to be better off with less. So, and personally, I don't even use that. I mean, you could, and I'm not doubting that it's a really good method, but I personally don't even use it. I rarely go downwards on stairs, so I wouldn't even worry about it. So anyway, here we go. What I'm going to do, and what I did in 15 minutes, is basically, I made sure that I knew the keys, right? And that took me about 2 minutes just looking at it. And then the first thing I want you to practice is a simple 1x1 fort. So what that is just going here and going all the way around. Now I'm on 10 sensitivity. Surprised that actually connected. I'm on 10 sensitivity, so it's going to miss a wall. On any other sensitivity on the X, it will not miss a wall. So you don't have to worry about that. But me, I'm still relatively fast at it. The thing is, on 10 sensitivity, I've said it before, you're not building these 1x1s very often. And so whenever I practice this, I was on a slower sensitivity, of course. And what I recommend is that you start on at least 6 to 7, around there. Or at most 6 to 7, sorry. And yeah, just build those 1x1s. You can simply just sit here and hold it down all the way around you, and it's going to build it. But like I said, on 10, 9, or on any fast sensitivity, you're playing aggressively, so you don't have to worry about building these. But this is a good foundation to get the button keys down. And then after that, guys, you're going to go to the ramp wall push. So this is as simple as placing a ramp, placing a wall, and just repeating. And so I'm going to go and play some clips where I show this off and why this is so effective. So yeah, here we go. And then after you get that one down, I recommend trying out the double ramp wall push, even though it's not that necessary, especially on console. It is more effective if you have it down 100%. It'll be more effective than the single ramp wall push, but this is what it's going to look like. I'm not even that good at it, so don't judge me, but I'm alright. It's just, for me, I prefer the one ramp wall push. It's just more fluent. You don't have to really think about it as much, and once again, minimize the amount of steps you're thinking in your head, and that's always good. So then after you try that out a little bit, then I recommend just simulating building fights. So what that's going to look like is usually a build fight will start with a single ramp wall push, and then once your buildings collide, you're going to go ahead and basically do this little maneuver and basically try to get the high ground, right? So yeah, just kind of mimic what I'm doing here. I'm already out of mats. Well, wow. And yeah, it's basically just watch that clip over is what I recommend. Mimic that build style and just get that down. Once you have that down, then you're going to want to go ahead and go into actual PvP combat. So literally, this is the 15-minute simulation. In 15 minutes, it might take you like 2 matches if you get, you know, a bad circle location or something, forces you to move and you can't practice. But if you practice this in 15 minutes, it's literally going to make you so much better at Builder Pro. It's insane. So after you get done doing this, if you want to enhance your skills, I recommend upping your sensitivity. Try this again, or you can just go straight into PvP combat. That's fine too. Either way really works. But after you're comfortable on whatever sensitivity you want to be at, go ahead and go into PvP combat and engage in build fights. So shoot people at a long distance, don't kill them. Just get them to engage in a build fight. That way you can actually practice the literal build fight. And another thing you can do is force yourself to only use the pump shotgun. Of course, I don't have a pump shotgun right now because this game did not like me. But basically, guys, push people with a pump shotgun, because what that does is it forces you to build and get yourself in a position of high ground status so that you can actually shoot them down. If you try to pull out your attack and just go Rambo, you can do that, but then you're not building as much. So force yourself to only use the pump shotgun in these combat scenarios. And that's going to also enhance your skills, because I think the pump shotgun push is so essential just to get you guys seeing and knowing. I'm going to go ahead and play some clips of me doing just that. And so yeah, make sure you pay attention to see how much I'm building to get the high ground and then using the pump shotgun. I'm not rushing in. Sometimes I do play aggressively, but I'm basically making sure that I have the high ground established, I have the advantage, and then I pull out the shotgun and push. And with that said, guys, that's basically it. That's my best tips that I can give you for Build a Pro. I want to help you guys out, so if you did like today's video, make sure you leave a like. It's very important, and it really helps me out. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions at all, anything that you think that I missed, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter is @triple_YT. You can hit me up in either place. I will respond, and I want to make sure that you guys get the best information you can. So make sure you ask away. I will answer. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Hey, we just won the match. Look at that. 0 kills, baby. Let's go. Get on my level, man.